What's up, guys? I've been working on these cameras. This one's the outdoor model, 1080p. Basically, if you've been having any issues with your Wi-Fi, if you want to they claim on the website you can record without Wi-Fi, and you can, but you have to have a micro SD card inserted into it. One of these goes into the bottom of this, and this covers it on the outdoor camera. Well, the ones that I set up a couple weeks ago, we went to pull them and check on the footage, and there wasn't any, because when I pulled them off of Wi-Fi, they weren't formatted correctly, I guess, somehow. So you have to have certain settings in your phone, in the app. And I'll show you how to do that here, because I'm pulling down the old cameras that we've already put up, and I'm gonna come back and I'll show you the settings that they need to be on in order to record, and I'm going back and rechecking the footage. So that's what we're doing right now. You can see on here, I'm gonna take this SD card and put it into my adapter here on my Mac. Open up this folder. There'll be a few folders. You go to your record, that's today. So this is actually mounted up there now, and you just open it with any kind of player that you have that works. So this is about where we want it. As you can see, the sound works for vehicles. But this is watching dumpsters to make sure people don't throw away stuff they're not supposed to. So I'm just verifying the footage to make sure off of Wi-Fi, because there's no Wi-Fi outside, to make sure that the cameras are recording. And you can see that they are. See, this is why it's important to figure this out first and not just throw it up there like I did. Otherwise you're doing things twice, and I gotta pull all this silicone if you're going through a hole in the outdoor. The thing that sucks about the outdoor cameras is it's good that they're wired in direct and you can't pull them out right here, because on the indoor ones you can pull them out right here. And on the outdoor ones you can't, they're wired in, probably for the weatherproofing and stuff. But so I have to pull this apart and get the USB back out of this one. Just to give you a heads up of why you want to do this right the first time, to verify it, I guess, off of Wi-Fi before you go and mount it somewhere. Okay, so basically what we're going to do now is get into what we need to do for this. So here's our chip. I'm going to make sure our chip is good still. The chip goes in like this with the numbers facing the rear. It needs to click like that. I don't know if you heard that, but there's a click. So it needs to click in. And we're going to plug the camera in. We already have it set up. There's a lot of videos on how to set stuff up, but it's just no real troubleshooting stuff. And I was having issues with reaching the e-support. If they could be a little more diligent or have a phone number to get a hold, that'd be great, because their tech support isn't all that great. And the person that finally replied to me kind of sounded like she was just like kind of a have you tried to turn it off and on again kind of thing. So didn't really get me anywhere. So what we're gonna do here is see if we can get the camera on. So this one is is right here. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is go into your settings here when you're on Wi-Fi. So to set this up, you have to be on Wi-Fi. So right now we're on Wi-Fi. I'm going to hit, get this focused a little better here. There we go. So you're going to go into your settings. You want to go into these settings, your smart detection, and turn the motion on. And you turn the camera alarm off, because otherwise the actual camera itself will make a bunch of noise anytime there's motion. So your sensitivity level's on high, your alert frequency should be on high, and alert schedule 24/7. So that's kind of what that smart detection area should look like. Okay. Go back, we'll go into activity detection recording. So this, you're going to want to actually shut off. And the reason I shut that off is because every time I've left it on, I don't know if when you shut it off, I don't know if when it'll like automatically kick to record everything instead of just activity, but as long as that motion detection is on that we turned on up there, it should be good. And I turned off the activity detection recording, and that should get us to where we want to be, and we'll verify it later in the video here too. But this is how you can do it without being on the cloud or having to pay a cloud subscription all the time every month, and how you can just have it record straight to your disk or your chip inside your deal here. So we'll go put this up off of Wi-Fi and verify it and see if that setup works, in which 100% it should, because the other ones were working that I had to fix. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're gonna take this on a non-Wi-Fi area here. There's no Wi-Fi out here in this garage. We're going to plug it in and let the camera start up. See that light? Clicking too. It's not too windy. And then that blue light will start flashing. And it's not going to go solid because we're not on Wi-Fi, so it'll just keep blinking. So what you're going to want to do, just to verify, is just let it kind of just keep some motion in front of it, you know, just so it does detect something going on in front of it, and just let it sit for a couple minutes pointed at something maybe that has a bunch of motion going on. And then we're going to pull the chip out of the bottom again, check it, just to verify it before we hang it and finish it, just to make sure that it's actually recording what we're doing here off of Wi-Fi. Okay, so now we've verified, or we're going to verify, that this chip works, the ones we just pulled out. So now what I did is I didn't bring the whole camera back inside with me on Wi-Fi. I left the camera outside plugged in on power, and I'm going to take this chip and now I'm going to plug it into my computer. Okay, so the camera's still on out there, just no chip in it and no Wi-Fi. So I'm going to take this and take a look at the record. And there we can see the setup videos, and here is the video we're doing outside here. So we'll open this up just to make sure that it's actually recording what we're doing here off of Wi-Fi. So there we are. So now we see that it works. Everything's working there. Just give it a few minutes to turn on and kick in and start recording. And we just verified that everything works now, so we're gonna take this video and log it. And now we're gonna go take this chip and put it back in the camera, and we're gonna go hang the camera back up. So that verifies all the settings that we went through to make sure that it records off of Wi-Fi. Make sure those are your settings. Otherwise, you might have some issues when you go to, oh, that's nice. Otherwise, you might have some issues with recording and trying to pull up footage later, because before all I had was the setup footage on Wi-Fi, and I didn't have the settings right in the actual camera itself. Not just the app, but each individual camera has each individual setting. So if you have multiple cameras, you can have different settings, and the Wi-Fi settings are different than the outdoor settings, it seems like. So, all right, dude. Okay, so now we're gonna put the chip back in, since we know it works. So the numbers and everything go to the back. The actual chip itself goes to the front like that. And you hear that click, like that. And then make sure you put your cover back on the correct way. I believe the back side is a little bit bigger in the front, and try not to lose those tiny screws. Take your screwdriver. This one came with the camera. Just screw these back in. Snug. Okay. Alright, yep, see that's flush there now. If it's, if you flip this backwards, I don't know if it's a big deal. It's got a seal either way. It goes both ways though, but it doesn't sit quite as flush, it seems, if you put it in the other way. So just a heads up on that too. I'm actually gonna take this and mark it so I know which way it goes. There we go. Now we'll go and hang it up where it was, now that it works. Okay, so we're gonna recheck the record here. Hopefully, here it is. There we go. Now we're set up. Perfect. Everything's working and shows what we need. So that's how you set everything up on those mini cameras. Kind of a pain having to troubleshoot it in and out, but that's what you're looking to do. So that's about the field of view you have too with that. I might crank it over just that way a little bit, just so you get more of a field of view on this side. But yeah, looks like everything turned out pretty decent, so. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out for all the troubleshooting issues you guys are having, or anything else that is going on with your recording. Like I was saying before, I was having a heck of a time with getting the recording and putting a camera up, taking it down, putting it up, taking it down, and so hopefully this will get you guys squared away. So appreciate you watching. If you have any other questions or any other videos you want me to make about these Yi cameras, the Home Series collection, I've been messing with quite a bit of them. The Yi Home Indoor one, and then I got a dome one recently, so I've been kind of messing around with that one, and these outdoor ones now too. So if there's anything else you guys want to know, just let me know. Just leave a comment or like and share. And if you know anybody that needs help with any of these or whatever, send them my way to the comments, and then I'll see if I can get back to you. Thanks.